Hello, fiber friend. I'm about to start working on a spinning project, a huge spinning project, and I'm going to take you with me every step of the way. I have here a blanket from an alpaca. It is straight off the animal. I haven't done anything to it yet. I'm going to show you my process of taking it from straight off the animal all the way to finished yarn. Because this process takes a while, this is going to be a multi-video series. So be sure and subscribe to my channels and hit that little bell so you'll get notifications when the next videos come up, and that way you'll be able to follow along the whole process. This is the fiber. It's a lot. To help me with these big spinning projects, I have created an organizer that I can use as I go along throughout the process to keep track of all the details. If you'd like your own copy, you can get one for yourself by signing up to follow my blog at www.jillianeve.com. So I guess the best thing to do is to dig in and get started. When I first receive the fiber that I'm going to be working with, I always weigh it to see how much I'm starting with. This is especially important to keep track of when working with wool because the lanolin contributes a lot of weight to that initial raw fiber. In this case, I'm working with alpaca, so it won't have as much weight from lanolin, but alpaca is always dusty, so there will be some weight lost when it gets washed. This is from an alpaca named Dalma. It is the 2018 blanket. I have a bowl on my scale just to help lift the fiber up off of the scale so I can see how much it weighs. This is 2 pounds. 1 pound 7 ounces is the second bag. Because this project is actually a contract for the owner of the alpaca, I'm going to be processing half of this fiber for her, and the other half is mine to keep as a trade. One of the things that you want to be very clear about before ordering any fiber, whether it's alpaca or wool or anything else from the internet, especially if you're getting it raw, is to find out if it's been skirted or not. Skirting is the process after the animal has been sheared where the icky bits are removed, the pieces that aren't going to make good quality yarn. This blanket has been skirted and it looks beautiful. I'm so excited. I have spun straight from raw before, but it does trap some of the dust and dirt in the final yarn, and so I do always prefer to wash before I get started. Another thing I would do at this point in the process is to go through and look for any guard hairs or just sections of the fleece that don't look like they would make good yarn. I'd probably do that part before I weigh the fiber, but I always like to have a good initial weight on it without the bags just to see exactly what I'm working with. But in this case, this blanket is so soft, it's beautiful. There were no second cuts when I flipped it over. Second cuts are when the shearer goes back over the fiber twice and cuts it and then cuts it again. You end up with short bits that poke and fall out of the yarn and pill. And the next thing I need to do with this fiber is to wash it. And I'm going to show you some equipment that I use that is not specifically for spinning, but it is invaluable. This is it. Mesh delicate laundry bags. These are the ones I like, and there are a couple reasons why. Number one, the mesh is very much open. It will keep the fiber inside, but it allows for any of the stuff I want to wash out to be able to come out through the holes. It's not going to keep everything trapped in there. The water can wash wash through. And the second thing I like about these is this zipper is very sturdy and it doesn't snag on the fiber. This washing technique works if you have a top-loading washing machine. Sorry for you high-efficiency front loaders, this isn't going to work. You really run the risk of felting your fiber. When you set your machine, you can use hot water, but make sure you're not running it on a hot to cold cycle, because any accidental pouring of cold water over fiber that was in hot water can shock it, and again, it can felt. So I don't walk away from the machine. I am right here to observe exactly what's going on and make sure that I can hit those controls if anything goes wrong, just in case. I've heard too many horror stories of people walking away when they had their fiber in the washing machine and they come back and it agitated, it got hot, it went to cold, and it just felted into something that's barely even good to stuff a pillow. And we don't want to ruin this beautiful, beautiful alpaca. So this is how I'm going to set my machine. First of all, I want large load because I want more water to carry away the dirt. Next, I'm going to set it to warm. I do not have a hot setting. It goes hot and then cold, and that's what I want to avoid. Then over here for agitate, I'm going to put it onto Hand Wash Plus Fine Delicates. Extra slow, just in case it accidentally turns on. It's not going to be anything crazy. I don't have to worry about it as much. Over here, this is the setting that is the most important. So I'm putting it into the second rinse cycle, followed by spin. The spin cycle will not start until I close the lid. I just want to rinse the fiber. I'm not doing anything that's going to agitate it or get that fiber moving around in any way that could felt it. I've come back to my studio to get the fiber, and I just wanted to mention one last thing. I do not let the water fill with the fiber in the washing machine. I let the water fill and stop, and then I put the fiber in. Again, I'm avoiding any chance for unwanted agitation. Now that the water is full, I have pulled this out to make sure that absolutely no agitation is going to happen, even by accident. And then I just set the bags into the water. The best way for them to get washed is just to soak for a little bit. So I just let them get wet, and I don't force it. I don't swish them around. I certainly would never wring them out. I just let them get down in the water and sink down in, just like that. So I'll do that for all the bags, and then I will just let them soak for a minute and come back after a few. When I'm checking to see how dirty the fiber is, I lift it up and just let the water drain out. I'm not squeezing it or anything like that. I'm just letting it run. And I want to look at it to see, is that water draining out very cloudy and dirty and off color, or is it clear like it is now? And this is pretty good. The next step is to drain the water out of it. For this part, I am going to put it on the spin cycle. This is how that works. You set it to spin. It should only start when the lid is closed. The spin cycle just stopped. The fiber is done. The water has been spun out of it along with most of the dust and dirt. This is the next piece of not fiber equipment that is a lifesaver, a time saver. Really, it's a huge time saver. This is a salad spinner. The way I do this is pretty self-explanatory and very simple. I take the fiber out of the bag it was washed in. I place it into the salad spinner, and then I spin the salad spinner. And you can see all of the extra moisture that I was able to remove from the fiber just from spinning it. This is what the fiber looks like after it has had all of the water spun out of it completely. It will dry overnight and be ready to work with tomorrow. So this is my favorite. It's my secret fiber processing tool that's not a fiber tool. It is a drying rack for herbs that you can purchase on Amazon. And the fiber, I feel, fits better, gets more surface area, and it dries way faster. The alpaca is washed. Subscribe to my channel and stay tuned, because next I'm going to prep the alpaca for spinning. You don't want to miss it. See you next time.